Welcome to my very first video, and today I'm going to be reviewing an app called DuoLingo, which is a language learning app, and it's this little green owl here. So if we just tap that, and yeah, so DuoLingo is probably the best app on the market for learning a language. I've been looking to learn a language for a while. I've been using apps such as Babel, programs like Rosetta Stone, and I can honestly say that DuoLingo is definitely the best app right now on the market to learn a language, and here's why. So here's Danish, which is I'm learning now, and if I just tap here, these are all the languages I'm learning at the moment and how much I've progressed in that language. So here we have Danish, Esperanto, Norwegian, which I've yet to start, and Spanish. And if we just go here at a course, these are all languages I can learn as an English speaker. So we've got French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Dutch, Irish, Swedish, and recently they just added here Turkish and Ukrainian, which is really cool. It shows that the app is constantly evolving, constantly adding new programs and languages courses to help users learn more languages. And not only that, if you go down even more, here you can see there's languages for Portuguese speakers. So if you're Portuguese, you can learn German, English, Spanish, French, Korean, you can learn English, Vietnamese, you can learn English, and so forth. And I haven't seen any language app that allows users from all around the world to learn different languages. For example, Babel, if you want to learn French, you have to download a French app. If you want to learn Spanish, you have to download a Spanish app. And I don't think they have an app for non-English speakers. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen any apps for non-English speakers to learn a language. So here on DuoLingo, it has a language for almost everyone. I mean, look how in depth it goes into. Look at all the languages you can learn, and for non-English speakers, and it's constantly evolving. So as I said earlier, that Turkish and Swedish wasn't there for English speakers, but they are here now, and I'm sure there'll be more languages in the future. So let's have a look at one of the language courses and how DuoLingo works. This is Danish. This is the one I've done the most work in so far. And as you can see, it is pretty in-depth. It goes through almost every grammar principle, every vocab topic. So here we have adjective, present, adverbs, places, objects, animals, people, and so forth. And yeah, I'm hoping by the end of this course, I'll be at fluent level or maybe even native level in Danish. I was in Denmark a few weeks ago, and I can honestly say that using DuoLingo, I was able to read menus, items in a grocery store, adverts, small articles in newspapers. So I do believe the more work you put in DuoLingo, the more you get out of it. But let's just have a look at all the topics I've completed so far. So here are the courses, the orange ones with the orange bars at the bottom. These are the ones that DuoLingo believes that I've completed and know off by heart. I'm pretty strong in those topics, don't require any revision at all. The blue one here with the orange bar, full orange bar, is DuoLingo saying I'm very strong in this topic, but maybe I could do another revision lesson because I was struggling in the past, but at the moment I'm pretty strong at it so far. And this red one with a slightly lower orange bar is DuoLingo saying you're not fully strong at it, so maybe you can do a revision lesson. And here are two green ones with a number in the red circle in the corner, and these ones I've yet to start. Once I complete those, I'm hoping these ones will be unlocked as well. But yeah, let's have a go at one of the lessons. Let's do clothing. So yeah, here is my weakest words. So these are the words that DuoLingo picked up and saw that I was struggling in, and you see it's my strength so far with these words. But yeah, we will do a lesson for now. So let's do lesson 1. Cool. So this is a picture round, and you just pick which of these is, in this case, which of these is the shoe. So the answer will be skoen. But you can also hear what the other pictures sound like and how to say them in Danish. So for fish, it's fisk. For boy, it's dreinen. And for sugar, it's sukker. But we're going to choose skoen. And so which of these is the shirt? Skjorten. And you guys probably notice at the top there's a little green bar that increases as you go along. If you were to get one wrong, so which of these is the coat, it would be frakken, but we'll choose the word for coffee.
Kaffe.
It goes down. So constantly challenges you, so it's not very easy. You know, makes you repeat a lot of questions and keeps drilling the words into you. So we'll just carry on for now. Which of these is the dress? Kjolen.
En jakke.
So this is a translation exercise. In this case, it's Danish to English. And if you just want to hear how to say this sentence again.
En jakke.
En jakke, which is a jacket. A jacket. Cool. And you guys probably noticed there's a little speech bubble here. If you tap that, you get access to a community area where you can ask questions, offer advice or tips. So here someone's asking what is the difference between jakke and frakke, and you get other members of the community to help you out and give you some tips and advice, which is a really cool, nice little touch there. So we just go back to the exercise. Continue.
Pigerne har nederdele på.
So pigerne har nederdele på. So the girls are wearing skirts. If you didn't know what any of these words mean in English, you can just tap it here.
Nederdele.
So nederdele skirts, and you just tap it back out, and so you can put skirts. And yeah, cool.
Mændene har skjorter på.
So again here, the men are wearing shirts, I think. Shirts. Cool, carry on. So this is a mix and match exercise. So you got some English words and some Danish words together. So multi, I think that's male. Nederdele. Skirt. Duck. And vegetarian. The man. Cool. Carry on. So this is a sentence builder, similar to the one before, but in this case you're building a sentence. So his shirt is hans skjorte.
En jakke.
This is a listening exercise. So you just hear what the app is telling you and just type the Danish translation here in this case. So you just tap this here.
En jakke.
En jakke. You can also tap the turtle to hear a slower version.
En jakke.
En jakke. So a jacket again. That's another problem with DuoLingo though, is that it constantly asks the same word or translation a few times, maybe in different ways. So a picture round, or in this case a listening round. So it really does drill the words into you, but it can get a bit annoying. But anyways, carry on here. This is a multiple choice question. The girls are wearing skirts, so we've done this before. Pigerne har nederdele på. Skirts, this is another mix and match, slightly mix and match. So skirts is nederdele. I'm sorry if any Danish listeners are hearing any of this. My pronunciation is terrible probably to you guys, but I'm working on it. A jacket again.
En jakke.
A coat. En frakke. I have a dash, so we have a English to Danish translation. So jeg har en. I forgot the word for dress. Kjole. I should know that. Kjole. Cool.
En frakke.
Oh, frakke again. Yeah, this can be a bit annoying sometimes because you've just done this and so many different ways.
Jeg har en kjole.
Jeg har en kjole. We just did that, but we had the English to Danish translation. Now it's the Danish to English translation. So I have a dress. The sandwiches. Oh, so we have a tap the pairs again. So sandwiches, sandwichene.
Sandwichene.
Kjole. The girl.
Øl. Nej.
No. My shirt is min. I hope that's right. Let me just double check that. Skjorte. Yeah, I definitely need to practice my clothing. And we completed. And yep. So here is showing how much XP I've learned today. So I learned this lesson I done 10 XP. I did a lesson earlier, so that's 20 XP for the day, and so I met my daily goal. You can, you know, change what your daily goal is. So I've done normal level, but if you go into your settings, you can change it to insane level, which is where you learn 50 XP a day. You can learn to basic level, which is like 10 XP a day. So it's pretty good. Constantly challenges you and constantly picks up where you are at and helps you move along quicker or slower at a pace you're more comfortable with. And yeah, that's one example of a lesson, and it's got a few cool features. So there's a little shop here, and as you go along on your courses, you earn lingots, and you can unlock these things here like power-ups, clothing for your animals. And here there's a friends section, so you can see how well your friends are doing on their courses. And yes, that's pretty much it for now. There are some weaknesses with DuoLingo. First of all, if you don't have any internet, the app is useless. You can't use the app at all. Another weakness, which, you know, it's a bit of a big one. You need to use the website. You need to go to the DuoLingo website to really help you with some of the courses. For example, objective pronoun, they'll just throw you deep into the lesson, not really give you any background information on the app. But if you were to use it on the website will give you a detailed description of how Danish people, or the Danish language, for example, how Danish language uses objective pronouns and how it's ordered in the language. Another weakness that some people will find is that the structure of the lessons. So we got basics, and then you get vocabulary, and then you go into grammar. Whereas usually when you learn a language, you learn the basics, then you learn the grammar, and then you learn vocabulary. So it's not really a big issue. I mean, you know, I don't think it's any real matter which way you learn it, but some people are so used to a way, they kind of get confused when they're doing it a way like this. One cool thing is they haven't done this with Danish, but they're doing it with Spanish. As you progress in Spanish, it actually can link to your LinkedIn account and say this person now knows 20% Spanish, and as you go on it will say this person now knows 50% Spanish, and then as so forth. So, you know, prospective employers, I guess, on LinkedIn can see that, oh wow, this guy knows his Spanish. He's not just some guy writing fluent in Spanish. There's actually a program out there that's confirming that you know this level of Spanish. You can't do that with Danish yet, but you know, hopefully it's something they'll bring up soon. Another cool thing in Spanish that you didn't see in the Danish lessons is there's a speaking question as well. So you speak into the phone and it translates and sees if your translation or your speaking of that translation is good. There was a Danish version, but it was so bad it couldn't understand a word. I know it wasn't me. It was definitely me screaming into the phone, or I get my Danish friend to scream into the phone, and he just wasn't picking up what they were saying. So yeah, hopefully they fix the Danish one soon. But the Spanish one is pretty good. The Spanish one picks up very well and has it on point really. So yeah, that's DuoLingo. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I would say I give DuoLingo about 8.5 out of 10. If it fixes some of the small bugs with the speaking, and I don't know, somehow comes up with a way where you can learn the background of each topic or each grammar principle, that would be even better. Definitely will be the best app out there. I mean, at the moment it already is the best app out there, but it has a lot of potential of growing, and it is growing. It's getting more languages, it's including more users from around the world. So it's a great app. It's very interactive, it's very simple to use, has a great interface, has a great look. And you know, if you get involved with DuoLingo, so for example, if you go on their Facebook website, you learn these little cool things about languages and how beneficial it is to learn a language. So the other day I read on their Facebook page that if you learn a language, you decrease the chances of getting Alzheimer's by a certain percentage, which was really interesting, really cool. And yeah, so it's a very interactive app, an app that's constantly building and cares about its users. And yeah, definitely get it if you want to learn a language. Use the website to get the most out of DuoLingo. But yeah, that's my video review for DuoLingo. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you guys soon.